Hi everyone, my name is Sarah and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing you my March TBR. So I know I haven't really been super active. I've been figuring out what I want to do with this channel, how I want to kind of use it going forward, and what I want to do versus what I feel like I have to do. I'll have a video coming out soon about just my general reading goals for this year and kind of talk a little bit more about this, but so it's no secret that I haven't been incredibly active on this channel, and to be completely honest, I really just have not been reading. I think I've read maybe 2 books in the last 2 months. I just wasn't feeling it, and then it didn't help that I was struggling with what I wanted to do with this channel, if I wanted to keep it, where I wanted to go moving forward. And it wasn't really until this month that I kind of am trying to just ease back into it and kind of figure out what I want for my channel versus what I feel like I have to do. I'll talk a little bit more about this in an upcoming video, just kind of detailing my general reading goals for this year. But I am going to be doing a tarot card pull for my TBR this month. Last year I would get too caught up in the list of it all that I would end up putting way too much on my TBR, and so I've decided that I'm only going to be pulling 4 or 5 tarot cards per month. That way I can still read any more that I would like to, but I can manage 4 to 5 books. That's much easier than the 12 I was putting on my lists. So, without further ado, let's pull the first card. The first card is the Moon card. So the first card is the Moon card. I decided that I was going to read The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin. She's one of the authors that I have been wanting to read a bunch of her actual books. I've read a lot of her short stories, and I've started the Inheritance trilogy, I think is what it is. My problem is I have the massive bound copy, and it's very daunting to pick up and hold in your hand. So I'm going to start with The Killing Moon. It's part of the Dream Blood duology, and I have an ebook of it, so I feel like that's a good choice for my first book. The second card is the Daughter of Wands. Is the Daughter of Wands card. Wands are my suit that is synonymous with the genre science fiction, so that means I can either pick a book that follows this general interpretation of this tarot card, or just go with the general genre pick. And so for my pick, I'm going to read Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell. I've heard a lot about this book. I got it in my Aluminum Crate box this last month, or back in January. What is time? And I'm actually pretty excited to read it. I've just been feeling like I want a space opera, and I feel like this will be a really good pick for that. The next card is the Seven of Swords. So the sword cards are going to be my genre pick for fantasy books. Fantasy is obviously one of my favorite 2 genres, so I always want to get these. And so for this month, I'm either going to read Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn, or aka The Final Empire, which is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy, or I'm going to read The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. Both of these are book series that I do want to start and or read this year. I'm honestly not sure which one I'm going to be feeling at the moment, so that's why I put both of them here for right now, and I will pick when it gets a little bit closer to when I have to read them. Hi, editing me here real quick. I've been having some computer trouble, and so I haven't been able to edit this video for a couple of, like 2 weeks at this point. And I have changed my TBR slightly. I had forgotten about Tome Topple, and there was also another book that I would like to read for a book club, so I thought I would just pop in here at the end, quickly update my list slightly. So the two books that I'm changing are, I will be exchanging Winter's Orbit for Persephone Station by Stina Licht. This is a book that I wanted to read last month, but I just ran out of time and also didn't really read anything. And this is also one of the books that is over 500 pages, so I can read it for Tome Topple. And then the other book I'm exchanging is, instead of Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson or The Last Wish, I'm actually going to be reading Fate of the Fallen by Kel Cade. This is from Booked and Busy, Erin from Booked and Busy's book club, Busy Bee, and it's a book that I really do want to read, so I thought I would just replace it with a book that I know that I want to read instead of adding more to my list of books to read at this moment. Hopefully next month I will keep these things in mind as I plan my TBR. So the next card I picked was the Son of Cups. The cup suit is going to be my romance genre. I love historical romance books. I had to have romance as one of my suits. And the book I'm going to read for that is going to be The Duke and I by Julia Quinn. This is book 1 of the Bridgerton series. I have read the first 3.5 books of the series years ago. I have watched the TV series, and it made me want to go back and revisit the world a little bit. But one of my goals for this year is to reread the entire series and just sort of see how it goes. If anyone's watching and they want to read these along with me, I mean, we can do one. I'm probably going to try to do one a month for the next 8 months, because that's just how things go. Yeah, that'll be that pick. And then the final tarot card is the Daughter of Cups. Again, this is another romance novel. So I'm actually going to start the Destiny series by Beverly Jenkins. Beverly Jenkins is like a prolific historical romance writer. And this is one of her series that I've not read a single book in, the Destiny series. And that was around the time that I wasn't reading a lot of books because I just got done out of an undergrad English program, but I have liked everything else that I have read of hers, so I'm very excited to actually dive into a new series by her. And then the last thing I'm doing this month is I'm doing my TBR jar for classic books. One of my goals for this upcoming year is to read more of the classics. Between me and my roommate, probably have like 50 classics, and I would like to go through them and see if I actually like them. And then if I don't, I can get rid of them. So I thought this would be a fun way to kind of start going through those while keeping it a mystery. So, oop, this is upside down. Oh, The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I think I have read this one. I'm pretty sure I have. But to be honest, it's been a super long time since I've read it. Okay. So then The Picture of Dorian Gray, also on my TBR for this month. So that's what I have. So let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts on them, or if we are reading any of the same books. Let me know what's on your TBRs for March. Thank you all so much for watching and for sticking around, and I hope you have a fantastic day.